These over here. Hi, let me grab this. Basically green instead of bluish. I think it probably needs to be green because I think the blue you showed me, it was like blending really blending with the background. That's probably better. But it doesn't do that, right? Except for your TV operator. That'll be exciting. Except then you'll find the shiny right before it arrives and you'll be like, well, shit. No, it's good to have. It's a good investment. What's up, Coffee and Kilos? How you doing today? All right. Let me tweet. It's an easy chance so you decide you don't like it. Alright, yeah. You can still use it for Zapdos and Mewtwo. Ooh, Mewtwo's a good one too. I'm excited to do a lot of these older legendary hunts. Because I haven't done any legendary Pokemon hunting for a long time. What up, Farlace? How's it going? Excuse me. I'm good. I'm gonna take this medicine preemptively. I'm actually feeling like the best today I've felt in a couple weeks. I know. I'm very. Those are a couple hunts that I'm like really excited about. To get to hunt in Gen 2 is really cool because I like. I never really got to do that. So, very excited for it. This is 3DS soft resets on the side with my Jirachi hunt, and forgot how much faster Ultra Sun and Moon is than ORAS. I never did resets in ORAS, so I actually don't know. That. I'm also gonna start my Kamala hunt on the side here. So let me get that set up. So I'm gonna start doing my Kamala hunt as well. I guess I can get this going. Doing Ho on silver and Lugia on gold just so it can be a pain again. Alright, so that's saved. That's good. ORAS is alright. Starters aren't too bad anyways. I'd be curious how much different it is. Most excited for Mewtwo, but I wanted the birds to round out the Kanto Legends. I actually like doing all of those. The idea of doing all of those sounds really cool. I'll probably do those very soon. One cool hunt is getting the Naval Rock event in Fire Red Leaf Green to hunt Lugia and Ho-Oh in those games too. There's so many cool hunts I'm gonna do. Full odds, my full odds era is gonna be a lot of fun. Alright, no shiny, but we also need to confirm this is not. These are all different. 10, 12, 11, 10, Alright, cool. I checked on it this time. I made sure. One day I'll do the Latias and ORAS. That's a terrible reset. I think they're the top left and bottom right, were they? Didn't think they looked the same. Where is Kamala? I can't remember now. Was it route? It's just it's outside Mali City, right? I want to say it's over here. Route 10? Guess I can look it up. Kamala is Route 11. Damn it. It's close. Is Route 11? Route 11. Alright, cool. Is there a Pokeball here I never got? The heck? Ready to rock, Pikachu? Yo, Shades!
Shades in the blue just subscribed with Prime.
Oh, first encounter was a Kamala. Thank you so much for the 2 months, Shades! Thank you for using our Twitch Prime sub, appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. You don't want to squint it for an hour at Lagtree Thicket? I did I think I did 3 outbreaks of Kamala, and I never found the shiny. I boosted the shiny odds. I did everything to try and get a shiny Kamala in Scarlet and Violet, and I never found it. And I was just like, screw this. I'm not hunting it here anymore. You said the top. Which one are you saying? Top left and bottom right? No, they're all different. Yeah, we're good. GSX, thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. Thank you, thank you. No, yeah, I'm doing random encounters. You can't SOS hunt it, unfortunately, so doing random encounters. But yeah, I tried. I tried to get Kamala. Yeah, it's technically always asleep. I didn't realize that certain moves also worked on it in the same way that it's like asleep. I know, yeah, guys, if you didn't know, the 7-star Terra Venusaur raid event has a 3% chance of dropping every single type of Herba Mystica. The first raid I did gave me 3 Herba Mystica. The second one, I got 1 Herba Mystica. I highly, highly recommend farming the crap out of this raid event. Raid event, way too late. They should have done this way sooner. But whatever, we finally got it. There's a very easy way to solo the Venusaur. There's 2 ways, actually. Both ways are posted in the Discord under raid builds. So, yeah, I wish they had done this a long time ago, but whatever. So if you're looking on how to solo the Venusaur, check out the Discord. I posted both ways to do it. Very, very easy. And you'll get a lot of Herba Mystica this way. Plus other items, you can farm other stuff, like the level up candy, rare candies, bottle caps, I think. Star pieces, lots of stuff to farm. So, this is what they should have given us a while ago, but whatever, we got it now. Looking for a good support build. If anyone knows one, I'll farm online to assist. If people are using Chestnut, I think you'd want something that lowers attack, and then you need something that is bulky, because Venusaur hits hard. The Venusaur is actually without using the specific strategies, Venusaur is actually really tough. Because that thing hits hard. It gets a lot of boosts. It sets up the sun, it has chlorophyll, and it uses growth. all before you can do anything. So that thing is like ready to go. Just trying to trick people into using Chestnut. Chestnut's like, it's Chestnut and Hisuian Gudra are the two best builds for this. Because Bulletproof Chestnut is immune to Sludge Bomb. And then it just kind of, it's not super effective to the other attacks. And then Hisuian Gudra is actually immune to every attack with an air balloon. Sorry, I forgot. Hisuian Gudra with an air balloon is resists everything that or is immune to every move that oh my gosh. Sap Sipper, Air Balloon, Hisuian Gudra. There we go. Is immune to every single attack that the Venusaur has. Sorry. Sap Sipper, Air Balloon, Hisuian Gudra. Literally can't be touched. What's up, Brian? How you doing today? I know. It's literally, like, it literally can't be hit by any of the moves. The only time you have to have Protect on it, because Venusaur will do that nullifying abilities thing one time. So when it does that, you just use Protect, and then it doesn't attack, and then it can't hit you for the rest of the battle. So it's crazy. So yeah, Bulletproof, Chestnut, or Sap Sipper, Air Balloon, Hisuian Gudra are the plays. And the 3% Urba Mystica drop is the same as a 6-star. Same drop rate as a 6-star raid that of one of the ones that can drop every single type of Urban Mystica. So it's a like really good chance you're gonna get at least one Urban Mystica from every raid, if not multiple. So I don't know why they didn't advertise that. I don't really know the point of not telling us that. We wouldn't have found this out. Unless the data miners hadn't done it. How long have I been hunting so far? This is my 3rd day of hunting this. Jokoa! What's up, what's up? Big congrats on your Ho-Oh, by the way. Like I've been said anything else. Big congrats on your shiny Ho-Oh. 40,000. Another 40,000 encounter. I hope to not join you in that club ever. You get to leave the Tin Tower. But yeah, I've been doing Cyndaquil. This is the 3rd day I've been hunting Cyndaquil, so very early into the hunt. Very early. It's a pretty sucky cliff. You're apparently trying to rejoin it, like... You got it once and now you're just trying to go back for some reason. Birds are just jerks. For you. Just specifically for you. It's like the game tried to tell you one time and was like, hey, this is like, stop, don't hunt the birds on this game. And you were just like, what was that? Hunt it again? Okay. Combine 101,000 resets between Lugia and Ho-Oh. Wait, when did you get Lugia? Oh my god. Lugia was 60,000 encounters? I'll one day be doing those birds too. That was back in December. I don't remember 60,000. I remember seeing that you had a 60,000 encounter. Must have missed that. Holy shit. That's insane. So you were doing ho-oh and you're just like, oh my god, this is happening again. Like, how is this happening again? Oh my gosh. Well, now what? You really were. I thought that was gonna happen with me with Regieleki, because Regidrago took me 21,000. And then Regieleki went over odds, and I was like, oh no, it's happening again. But then I got it. 2 females. What's next? What are you going for next? Yeah. Just, you know, hit that shiny frame better. That works. Hoping Moltres shows up under 20k. I don't think it's going to. Still need to end 2 more droughts. Oh, you have other droughts going? What else are you hunting right now? What's up, Miss LKG? How you doing today? Am I getting all these Trumbeak? I guess Trumbeak would be a fun. If I phase on Trumbeak or Pancham for this Kamala, that's fine. I need both of those. $21k for Gligar phase 3 in Platinum since we failed the first one on phase 2. You failed it? No! Are you doing Safari Zone? 13k for Badge Quest Dratini and the Heart Gold Game Corner. Oof. I gotta do a Game Corner hunt. I don't know which one I'll do. Was the Gligar... I got my Kamala in a couple hundred encounters? I'm sure you did. Just battling Murphy's Law this morning. What's Murphy's Law? Been a while since I've heard that. Is that an immovable force meeting a something like that? Platinum, you can find Gligar and Rat. Anything can go wrong will go wrong. Oh, anything they will. Okay. That sounds just like life. Area under Cycling Road, level 18 Repel Trick. You caught it, didn't save the game, and the game froze. No. Oh no, big rip. Big rip. What's up, Jarring Eye? I'm doing well. How are you doing today? The not save fail. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Pygar went Giratina mode, yeah. I know. Like Regice, Giratina. The worst. What's up, Barudin? Happy Wednesday. It is raining and windy outside today, so we do have a backup generator, but if my stream suddenly ends, it's because the power went out, because it obviously won't just automatically switch on. So if the power goes out, I can still stream, I'll just have to restart the stream. But this is the type of weather that could possibly happen. Oh, it's Shinotic in here? No, I need more lull, not Shinotic. Crap. I'm gonna phase it on Shinotic. I'm not even gonna catch it if I find one. Shiny Ariados would be cool. I don't need it, but if you get the shiny, save as soon as possible in case your computer turns off. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my god, I would cry. I would actually cry. Excited about the new legends? Do you think I'll try and 100% it? Absolutely. I didn't even think about that. It's probably not going to be building the Pokédex again, though. I'm going to be so sad if they don't implement that again. Oh. I just got excited, but also I'm like, both games. I didn't even think that they might do that again. What's up, Desire Ritual? How you doing today? Yeah. I wonder how it would, I mean, I hope that they do it. Oh, thank you. Yes. In 4 days. Thank you. Love that. Haven't failed a shiny for 4 days. Amazing. Good job, Coop. Yeah, I hope it's more they just do it because that's man, I really hope that they continue just the tasks thing. Got 7-Eleven delivered, 2 donuts and some OJ. Nice. I love donuts. The Pro Deck is just an urban ecologist. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't have to be like researching for the professor. It could still be researching. It's just not discovering it for the first time. It could still be research. I really hope they do that. That would make me very happy. That would make me very happy. I don't know how I never thought about that. Yeah. It's just they don't ever really give us tasks like that. Do stuff in the Pokédex. So I don't know if as many people were vocal about that. Like I was very vocal about how much I enjoyed that. I don't know if other people have felt the same way. What did you guys think? How did you guys feel about doing tasks for like the Pokédex? What were your guys' thoughts on that? Like, did you like it? Or you indifferent to it? Some were very tedious. The video points out the real-world time period that Legends Arc is based on lines up really well with the real-world time period that saw the reconstruction of Paris, which is what. Oh, were you not here? We talked about that. Yeah. We were talking about that on stream. What's up, Lady Mimikyu? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Oh yeah, it must have been when you had to leave. Yeah, we talked about that. It's actually really cool. I wouldn't grind for 100%. I mean, I understand that. But yeah, somebody, I can't remember who it was, someone pointed out the tweet. And yeah, we talked about that. So it's actually really cool that they're doing that. Maybe that Legends Arc is great except the water. Some of the tasks could have taken less instances. That's fair. My GB operator says it should be here Monday, so hopefully I get Moltres by then and can use it for the rest of your hunts. You're just like, I'm okay if it shows up. And I already have gotten shiny Moltres. But yeah, so, yeah, what's up, Luke? It looks like there is a very specific time period that they're basing the Legends games off of. So if they are to do more of these in the future, we can basically look at what certain areas were like during that time period and what they were doing to get an idea of what other games might be like. If they do more. We can look into like what was going on in the UK at that time. Look at what was happening in America, specifically New York, I guess. Past or future, just like Scarlet and Violet, how very original. I mean, Legends Arc, it's a Legends game. It's pretty much Legends Arceus. Just a different region. It's Plaza. We have PLA, now PLZ. Possible they could do each letter like Legends A to Z. Well, it's Z to A. We don't know when it's set. There's everyone theorizing when it's set. We don't know. We don't actually know when it is. I know there's some stuff coming out where they're just like, it's a completely different Lumio City than the one that was in X and Y. But maybe think it's everything from Legends Z back to Legends Arceus. Maybe. What's up, Angel? How you doing today? Someone point out there's red and blue on the hyphen between Z and A. Is there? Didn't notice that. The video doesn't tell us anything though. That's just like, that could be where you start, but then you travel back into the past. We literally have zero gameplay. The term, like, to say Legends and have it be in the future doesn't really make any sense. Legends I still think Legends means it has to be in the past. But we have nothing other than a very small snippet. Yeah, it's like, there has to be time travel, right? There has to be. It's been the worst part of all this. People passing theories off as confirmed facts. Yeah, it's a lot of people saying stuff because they like, I see this, so it's definitely this. And it's like, no, it's just all... It's all theories. We literally have zero facts about this game other than the name and that it's in Lumio City. Otherwise, we got nothing. People can stop complaining about Pokemon Z. I don't think we've been complaining about it for a while. We wanted it for a while and then we stopped talking about it because we're like, okay, we're never getting it. And now we got it. Protagonist is Arceus, is from the protagonist is Arceus is from Kalos, so the games may be connected. We don't know anything about the protagonist. Where did you get that? The character in Legends Arceus fell through the sky from Lumio City in the future. It's not gonna be the same protagonist. Just because Lumios wasn't as complex as an XY means nothing. Oh yeah, the character did have a t-shirt from Kalos, you are right. I don't think it's gonna be the same. I really don't think it's gonna be the same protagonist. Sorry, I couldn't read your sentence. I misread your sentence. You're right. Yes, the protagonist, the male protagonist. So, okay. So if we are to like say that the male protagonist, like that's where the male protagonist is from, the female protagonist is from Alola. So if that's really if we're gonna tie those two to where their shirts say they're from, one's from Alola and one is from. Yeah. And then one's from Kalos. So are we getting a Legends Alola next? Or is it just a coincidence that they were wearing those shirts? What if the game takes place in a post-apocalyptic world with no shinies? Then I don't want to be in it. Oh, that could be the proof for the Tapus. I guess that could be proof for the Tapus. That's true. You think Gen 10 coming out in 2025? I think 2026. 2026 is the 30th anniversary for Pokemon, so it's going to be 2026. About to start a PSA sub. Pray for your wallet. Oh boy. Is it all Yu-Gi-Oh, or do you have any Pokemon? Yeah, I guess we are either getting, I don't know, 50-50. Ooh, then I'm 50% interested. There were a lot of people I saw talking about the catacombs, though, in Paris. So I think that's definitely going to be a thing. I think it's safe to say that the catacomb... Oh my gosh. I hate that. That we're going to explore the catacombs underground in this game. That'll be cool. I wanted to be a Calosian Fido Doxbun based on a croissant in a baguette. That'd be cute, but it's probably I would assume we don't see any Calosian Gen 9 Pokemon. I don't think that's gonna happen. There's a new Yugi set I'm getting a few boxes of on Saturday with a $1,000 Dark Magician Girl. It makes me a little jealous Pokemon doesn't have crazy rare cards like that. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like, the most expensive card in modern Pokemon cards is that Umbreon. Is the Alt Art Umbreon VMAX, and the highest it ever got was $500. 3 females? No. Wait, did something mess up? Please don't tell me this messed up again. Oh, it's only in Japan? Oh, so that one's comparable to Japanese. The Japanese Umbreon was $800. Wait, what did I just open? Fuck. No, don't open. Whatever I just opened, just don't open. I have no idea what I just opened. Okay. I gotta make sure these are not worked. That was weird. Oh, it's not. I just coincidentally got 3 females and 2 of them were the exact same stats. Wow. Alright. I think the same thing to him 2026 most likely, but man, Rev is convinced. Rev thinks it's going to be 2025? I don't think so. I don't think he knows that it's the 30th anniversary in 2026. I didn't know that until a few people in here told me that. It wouldn't make sense for them to not have a game release on the 30th anniversary. And if they did 25th anniversary, or if they did Gen 10 right before that, and then they released another game for the 30th anniversary, it'd be like competing with their own main series game, like a new generation. So it doesn't make any sense for them to do that. I'd say there's a 0%. I'd say it's a 100% chance Gen 10 comes out in 2026. A famous marketplace for 2 silver and 1 gold original cartridge. You need to snack this for you. I have a silver cartridge. I don't have gold. I need gold. I didn't even look up any black and white cartridges. I need to do that. People are caught up on the copyright being from 1995, but that's just when they took out the copyright. The games themselves were 1996. So do people think, do they think next year is the 30th anniversary? Oh, that, yeah, so they think next year is the 30th anniversary, which it isn't. Yeah, I think 2025 is literally, it's just gonna be Pokemon Legends Z to A is the only game that'll release. And it'll be the only game for an entire year. Because I think so people are like thinking, what's my favorite shiny? Briltz. That was my first ever shiny. Everyone thinks now we're gonna get 2 games a year, basically, because of what happened with BDSP and Legends Arceus. But I think a lot of people forget that that was really affected by COVID. Sorry about the confusion yesterday. I was taking a nap and called Swablu a Pidgey for both burps. Sorry about the confusion. Why are you apologizing for that? That was funny. What do you mean sorry about the confusion? You're acting like you said that and I just had like this existential crisis of just like, well, he said Pidgey, but now he's saying it's Swablu, but he said Pidgey first. But is it Pidgey or a Swablu? It was funny. You don't need to apologize for it. 2016 was the 20th anniversary and 2021 was the 25th. Why are they even arguing this? I don't know. Because you're a clown? You apologize when you make a mistake every time? What's up, Josh? Don't do that. There's nothing to apologize for. Betting Gen 10 Holiday 2025, but I hope they do push it back and work on it more. No, we don't even know when when Legends Z to A is going to be coming out. They said 2025. We don't even know when in 2025 Z to A is coming out. It might not even be until holiday 2025. We assume it's early 2025. When's Gen Z coming out? I don't know. When were they born? They're already born. We assume that because the rumor is that the Switch 2 is coming out early 2025, but we actually know nothing. We have no dates for the Switch 2. We have no dates for Gen Z to A. Legends, Plaza. Or Plaza. I'm just going to call it Plaza. We got nothing. Yeah. So we have no idea. This could, it might not be till holiday 2025. It might be a long ways away from Plaza coming out. Yeah, I would say, so that's coming out 2025, 2026 will be Gen 10, and 2027 will be Gen 5 remakes. Also, hilarious that everyone's like, they skipped over the Gen 5 remakes. It's like, okay, Legends Z to A is not a remake. They did not skip over Gen 5. This does not mean that there's not Gen 5 remakes. These do not coincide with each other. There's still very likely going to be Gen 5 remakes after Gen 10 comes out. Simultaneous means January 1st at midnight. That'd be quite the release. Also, I just went and looked at the Plaza logo, and I don't see the red, blue, and the hyphen. I don't see the blue. I do not recall ever seeing any blue or red. They should have named it Legend of Zygarde. What kind of name is Z to A? Well, there's clearly a reason why it's called Z to A. Yeah, simultaneous just means that there's no reason to have an Australian account anymore. Which is good, because I got rid of mine anyways, so. But you no longer have to have... If you had an Australian account, it would have come out a day early. I know, the Mandela effect really happened fast. Wait, what did you just get, Jokoa? Ah! You don't get to sell it. No, no more trips to Australia. No more trips to Australia. Don't have to do it anymore. Game Corner Dratini? Yo, congrats. $13,000. Congrats on your shiny Dratini. Good stuff. Guess I get to cancel my Aussie trip that was gonna coincidentally match the release date. I know, it's like so sad. Yeah, Dedenne. Dedenne is coming to Pokemon Sleep with a really good ability also. You have to load up the whole image. Interesting. I wonder what the red and blue mean. Oh, there's red and blue in the perfect form, that's right. So that's not that shocking. Tasty Chance. It's actually like a really, like potentially like a really good ability. That could be like super busted. They're also doing another boosted or double XP candy event in Sleep, so don't use your candy in Pokemon Sleep. Stop using it to level up any Pokemon. Or shards, yeah, don't use any of your shards either. You're cooking high level meals? Yeah, it's like that's gonna make yeah, I saw that. I'm kind of bummed that they're limiting it to 50 candies per day, but I mean still better. Don't sleep on that event. Yeah, the cooking meta for Pokemon Sleep is about to be the most successful way to level up with Dedenne. So you're gonna want ingredient farming. You're basically just gonna want ingredient farming teams, Dedenne and Wigglytuff or Gardevoir. DA could miss launch window and come out in 2026 instead. Legends Arceus did that. Yeah, Legends Arceus did that because COVID. So yes, if we have another world-shattering outbreak, yes, that could happen theoretically. Oh yeah, Glaceon or Magnezone to increase your pot. Yeah. That becomes that's harder to do. Use all of those though. I guess you only need one of them to activate once. I know. We don't need another. We don't need another COVID thing. We'll just wait until I don't know, whatever war. I know berries are becoming a lot less important. Like the berry farmers are not the play anymore. But yeah, if you have a Glaceon or a Magnezone, I guess you only need it to activate like once, maybe twice. I guess, I don't know. My Go Plus Plus didn't track my sleep last night, so that was a huge bummer. You just have random teams. There's a few different things on Reddit in the Pokemon Sleep Reddit group that get posted that can help you out. It's pretty the Pokemon you want to use, I think there's probably a tier list right now that's pretty on par with what everyone should try to go for. You basically want to get ingredient farmers, depending on what area you're staying in. That is also, it's dependent on what area you're in. There's lots of different Pokemon that can work. DFS farmers are still crazy strong for consistency right now. Unlocked at level 50 on one of your Walrein, and will soon unlock it on your second one. Yeah, I have it on one Walrein, not the other. I'm gonna get one of my EVs to be a Espeon for Lapis Lakeside. So I'm doing that, and then I just got a Gardevoir. We get to know since I lost my data. I was gonna ask what happened. You lost your data when you got a new phone? There was a way you were supposed... What were you supposed to... You're supposed to connect it to something to prevent that from happening. I can't remember what it was, though. Do you not have the old phone? Google, Facebook don't have one, or the code and no old phones was traded in. Oh no. Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry. That's pretty brutal. At the same time though, it's not the worst thing because you get to start over with a lot more knowledge of the game. Like there's so much stuff there's probably so many things I wasted candies on and things at the beginning. So, yeah, you could reset to get a, like, specific Pokemon to start out with. Like, there's a lot more information now. It's actually not the worst thing to be starting over right now. Obviously, there'll be, like, a grinding period. But, you know what the best things are to start out with to kind of give you an edge. Because I definitely, like, I literally just invested, like, when I got a Bulbasaur, I was just like, okay, Bulbasaur, I'm evolving it into Venusaur as quickly as I can. And then it turned out it was an awful Venusaur. And, like, I shouldn't have done that. So I wasted a lot of candy doing that. There's definitely times where I wish I could go back and see and like not do certain things. Yeah, it was just like the early on we were just like, oh man, like I just want to evolve my Pokemon as quickly as possible. It didn't even have Dratini. You don't really need a sleep calculator, to be totally honest. It's pretty... The things you want are gonna be, like, you want a berry... Like, you want it to have berry finding. You want it to usually have skill trigger. If it's an ingredient mon, you probably want ingredient finding. And then helping bonus. is another thing you'd like to have. It's pretty, the skills you want are pretty obvious. I don't even use calculators anymore. I pretty much know what skills I'm looking for on a Pokemon, if I'm gonna keep it or not. I also don't like some of the things it thinks of with those calculators, because they don't really calculate the fact that if you have like the lowest level of a sub skill that you can level it up, it doesn't really take that into account. So you kind of have to do it yourself. I don't know. I was a fan of those calculators at first, but at this point I'm like, I know what I want. I'll get one where the skills confuse me because they could be good, but so you'll plug in the calc. I don't know. I think I can eye it better than. I don't really trust everything that calculator's putting out. I think sometimes that it thinks things are not as good as they actually are. Hello, why are you not? I was ran the Corellia through it, but even though it said 98% off for strength, I didn't fully agree that it's something that should be committed to. That's the thing, is like, I really feel like it sometimes what it says you should commit to are not really that worth it. Because like when you commit to something, that's throwing in a lot of candies towards it. And if you find something better, now you're stuck with this one Pokemon that is like fully ready to go, but now you have to wait. You have something that's better, but you can't use it. So I don't know. I don't really like it. Touched my Blastoise a few times with 3 above. Yeah, I found a Squirtle recently that had berry finding, so I'm gonna have 3. I could potentially have 3 berry finding Blastoises now. I was like, that's pretty good. I haven't really invested in anything yet aside from my shiny Poplio? Poplio's not in Pokemon Sleep. Oh, you typed did you type Wiggles? Or Wiggly? The Poplio, okay. That's funny. Starting to feel more comfortable figuring out which are best, or at least what I'm okay working with. I ended up settling for a field that focuses on a skill rather than its berries. Yeah, that's one where it's okay to focus on the skills, because it helps, like, if it has main skill trigger and you have like 2 skill trigger sub skills, I think that's worth it. Even if it doesn't have berry finding. There's a lot of inventory, ingredient, skill trigger. Yeah. So that is one. The ingredient finders. I would. It's okay if you don't have berry finding on those. If they have main skill chance and skill trigger. What's up, Drampa? It's in the Discord under raid builds. If you go to my Discord and look at raid builds, there's 2 different solo strategies. Very easy. Why did all the YouTube messages just pop up? That was weird. 3 females again? Bruh. Plus this was like the 18th or 19th spiel I've gotten. I've caught... Can you see how many you've caught? Are you able to go into your app or into it and see how many you've caught? Remind me I should head over to Crystal, but either way, good luck on my hunts. Thank you. Good luck on whatever you're hunting in Crystal. Might say friendship level in the decks. Let me check. I've caught a lot of Spiels. Spiel and Eevee. I've caught so many Spiel and Eevee. I get any skill triggers here. Come on, neither of my energy people. Seriously. Cool. Sleep style decks. Oh yeah. Studied and befriended. So let me see. Deal. Here's Eevee. I've seen 58 Eevees. I befriended 40 of them. Jesus. I've seen 42 Squirtles. I only caught 20 of them. That's kind of a bummer. 42 Squirtles. I've seen 54 Spiels. I've caught 36 of them. 54 Spiels. Holy crap. That's by far the Pokemon I've seen the most. No, wait. Have I seen anything more? I feel like I've seen a lot of Gulpin. But I always see them, I'm just like, I don't want to see you. I've seen 42 Rattatas. That's useless. Gulpin, I've seen 30. Mankey, I've seen 36. Ekans, 37. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff I don't care about. You've seen 41 Spiel, so yeah, we've all seen so many Spiel. That's so funny. Does nature or Terra type matter? You're gonna want to use, is it adamant plus attack minus special attack? And then Terra Grass. 36 Eevees. Seen a lot of Gulpin on this channel. Thank you, Indie Retro. I hope so too. I had last week I slept so I was like having the worst sleep week, and I kept getting Crogunks and Gulpins as my encounters. I was so bummed. Even for the sleep, like for the sleep event, so it was like increasing it like super high. It was all just Gulpin and Swalot and Krogunk, and I was just like, this is the worst. Really bad for eventual Dratini hunt. I'm at Lapis Lakeside right now. I haven't seen... Well, I guess I only had one day, and then last night my fucking Go++ decided to not track my sleep, so... It was so weird. I, like, heard it... Pikachu sang to me. Pikachu sang me a lullaby. And then I woke up and I held the button down to, like, end my sleep session, and then it sang me another lullaby, and I was like, why are you singing to me again? And then it just said, like, could not track your sleep. It's like, sleep session was not long enough to track. I was like, wow. Hate that. I know. The other night, oh my gosh. Monday night sleep session... I did not sleep very well. It thinks I slept even worse than I know I slept. It said I didn't fall asleep until 11:30, and then it said I woke up at 3:30. And I was like, I was asleep before 11:30. I was definitely asleep before 11:30. I got up at 3:30. I got up at 3 because I had, I woke up and my nose was just like stuffed beyond belief and I had to go blow my nose. And then I tried laying down and I felt like everything draining out of my nose. This is really graphic, I apologize. I felt everything just like in there, so I was like, I had to go do a nasal rinse. So that was at 3:30, I got up to go do a nasal rinse. And just like, so much stuff came out of my nose. It was so gross. And then... and then, I fell back asleep. And then Dylan came into the room at some point. Maybe I didn't fall asleep. Maybe that was all at 3 a.m. and then she came into the room at 3:30 and then maybe I just didn't fall asleep ever again. That's probably... yeah, that's actually accurate then. So that all happened, the nose stuff happened at 3 a.m. And then Dylan came into the room at 3:30. And whenever she comes into our room and gets in our bed, then I don't sleep anymore. So then she'll just like kick me at random points or randomly wake up. Or I'll move and then I'm like, oh my god, where is she? So I don't like squish her. I don't know what to call you. My mom in Ohio. Hi. I don't know how to address you. Your mom, hi. Like, what do I do? Just say, hi, Mom. What's up, kinda? How you doing today? New Pokemon game, yeah. Also, so finally, I was saying, like, it seemed like everyone was really happy on Twitter. It's your day off, let's go. About the Legend of Z to A game being announced and all that. And I was like, man, everyone's being really positive about this. This is awesome. Don't worry though, I found the negative people. I found everyone who was upset. A lot of them were on Reddit. Surprise. So everybody, everyone who's upset was basically saying like, we only got one non-mobile game announcement, which is true, which is actually true. And I'm like, you know what? That actually is kind of a legitimate reason to be you can be kind of upset. There's no spin-offs. We didn't get anything with ports, which, I mean, I don't know why we think we're getting that, but we're not. And, not even 2 games. There's only 1 game. There's only 1 game announcement. The TCG Pocket is actually just a mobile app. That's not a game. That's just that's another mobile app. That's a mobile game. I wouldn't consider that a game announcement. But that's so they can be like, I understand. It's, I don't know. I wouldn't classify it the same. They didn't actually specify which type, what kind of, like, if it was like the same TCG, or they said it was like play a quick game of TCG. So I don't know if it's the exact same. But we should be happy they only announced 1 thing, because that means that they are focused on 1 thing. Wow. Missing no. Hello. They're not like working on multiple games to release in like the next year, at least. I know. So it's just like, I get people being upset about, I get why they'd be upset, but at the same time, like, you should be happy that they're not pushing out so many things. Like, we want them to focus on 1 thing at a time. It has simplified rules based on the existing games. So, okay. Yeah, it's like, we could get some. It is possible they could still do ports. That is also something of note, that just because they didn't announce ports at this Pokemon Presents, there's usually another Pokemon Presents in the summer, which is very likely when we get a gameplay trailer for Z to A, and they could announce ports releasing this year. They could still announce that, because that doesn't really require game development. So, I want 5 new games a year, but I want you to take your time, take 10 years to develop and complete a game. Gen 2's anniversary isn't until November 21st. So yeah, we could still get something this year. Not like a full game, but like, they could still give us some kind of port of something. Just because they didn't announce it right now doesn't mean it's not coming. I definitely would rather they focus, not even just Pokemon. Eat all of our lunch and a second plate. Let's go, Dylan. Chowing down on that food. Pokemon, take my Soul Silver. I'm glad they learned a lesson with Gen 9 in terms of rushing game, which is what they should have done last time anyways. Yeah. I still think that COVID really like screwed up everything with regards to BDSP, Legends Arceus, and Scarlet and Violet. I'm still thinking that really messed things up, and they never recovered. Or I think they had 2 options. I think they had options on what to do, where they could have delayed things, and instead they chose not to, and that was the wrong choice. Because we saw that with Tears of the Kingdom, actually. Like, we know, I think we know for a fact that they were behind. Because we saw Tears of the Kingdom, they delayed the game by a year? And it's a good thing they did. It came out amazing. I think Pokemon had the same issue, and they were basically like, they had to make a choice, like, okay, do we just really push through this and release everything when we plan to, or do we delay? and put and like delay everything in the future by a year. And they said no. We're gonna just keep going. We're just gonna push through it. And that's why Scarlet and Violet is such a disaster. I really think that's the case. I don't think they learned their lesson. I think what it did was it allowed them to stay on track with everything. So nothing got delayed, but now they're like back on the original schedule that they were always on. So I don't think they learned any lesson. I think all they did was they rushed everything and they just decided not to delay anything. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? We'll see you later, Luke. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, good luck at your appointment. Hope everything's going well with that. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think they learned any lesson. I don't think they learned anything from that. We can act like they did, but yeah, got some Banjo-Kazooie music. I love Banjo-Kazooie. I think they're just back on track from where they were, and that's just what it is. Sounds good. What am I saying? Everybody's leaving. What did I say? COVID didn't happen. We could have had Pokemon Legends in 2023. No, I think it still would have been 2025. I think everything would have released when it released. It just would have been more polished. I don't think they had as much time to go over bugs and polish the games off like they would have if it weren't for COVID. I think that they lost a lot of time. Yo, what's up, Bish? And they just never delayed anything from it. I'll be back. I never played it as a kid, which I did, but I had DK64, so but not exactly. DK6, I love DK64. I think DK64 is better than Banjo-Kazooie. I would die to get DK64 on the Switch. I'd be so happy. Banjo-Kazooie is really good, but DK64 is amazing. But anyways, yeah, so I think everything released. The only thing I think released not... The only things that didn't release when they were supposed to, I think, are BDSP and Legends Arceus. Because I wouldn't understand why they would release two games so close together like that. I think that was not planned. I think Scarlet and Violet released when they planned to release Scarlet and Violet. But I think they lost time to do bug checking and game polishing, and they, instead of delaying it, they just said whatever, we'll try and fix it as we go, as the game is out. You really want Conker's Bad Fur Day? I would love that too. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's gonna be an NSO. I don't think they do an NSO for that. Conker's Bad Fur Day is such a fun game. I don't think that Nintendo would put that as like available for anyone to play. I don't think they can. I would want it on the Switch Online as well. As a kid, I never 100% it, but I've beaten the game up to King K. Rool and finished it. But if they were to bring it now, I'd collect everything. Same. I would do a 100% run. There's so much to do in that game. It's crazy. Those are two different developers. It was intended to be released near the same time, so you can have a choice in what kind of Pokemon experience you want. You think so? I know there were 2 different developers. I feel, I don't know. I don't think they were, I don't think the plan was to release those so close together. But I do see what you're saying. Where they were just like, okay, you can either play a traditional Pokemon game or you can play like this brand new style of Pokemon game. It's Pokemon Legends of Zelda. I wish. The only minigame I hated was Beaver Panic or whatever it's called, you know, where you have to lead the naughties like hordes of sheep. Yeah, because they would sometimes get right up to that where you needed to like send them, and then they just like take a sharp turn, and it was like, you were just like, what are you doing? I didn't tell you to go that way. Pokemon said that there is 4 story. What? 4 story. I forgot, there's so many mini games that you play in DK64. Such a good game. Port it onto the Switch, damn it. Give us DK64, you cowards. Not getting a lot of Kamala encounters. I don't like that. Speaking of Legend of Zelda. To plan out my gold and silver SPQs. I don't know what to do for those other than the bird and the whale. The legends. I mean, headbutt for, I would do a headbutt for Apom just because shiny Apom is so hilarious looking. I would do a headbutt for Apom personally. Eevee. Eevee is an easy one. But Eevee actually would be really cool just because shiny Umbreon in this game would be so cool to have. I kind of want to do that now too. You can go for Miltank. Miltank would be a fun hunt to do. What else? You go for Dunsparce. Yeah, you do Espeon and Umbreon. That'd be cool. You could go for Dunsparce as another option. The cool shiny. There's the Shucky, right? Is it Shucky? Shucky would be a good one. Chucky in Kenya, yeah. You could do Quillfish. You'd have to wait for a Quillfish outbreak, I think. I don't know how you keep the Quillfish outbreak, or you just have to keep every time you go for it, you'd have to fast forward days until you got the Quillfish outbreak, or Yanma. You can also do Yanma for that. You got 2 Shuckies and go. It's a good shiny. I think shiny Quillfish looks pretty good in gold and silver. No, they're not, because you have getting a Quillfish in the Professor Oak challenge is something you have to do after the first badge. They are not. They are not post game. They are very. You can catch Quillfish with an Olderod. Unfortunately. So I don't really know how I'm gonna navigate that one. I'm not really totally sure how I'm gonna get Quillfish. Check your shiny Swablu. You mean your Pidgey? Requires a bit of work, but it's not bad. You may train it. Shiny Altaria is really cool. Unfortunately, you can't do Sneasel or Larvitar or Houndour. Or no, you can do Houndour. You can do Houndour. Not a great shiny in gold and silver, I think. Swinub. You're the one that told me Swinub actually has a really good shiny in gold and silver. And thank you for the follow, Titanium. Thank you, thank you. I can try Johto only mons. I would personally go for Johto only. I was thinking about that with doing my shiny badge quest, and I was like, I would probably stick to just hunting Pokemon to the region, because it's like, it's kind of like the point of it, right? It's like, yeah, there's some cool hunts you can do, but like there's the Lapras, obviously, that you can do eventually, but it's kind of like, oh, Houndour is in Kanto. I thought it was earlier on. This is actually the third full odds hunt I've ever done in Gen 2. I got shiny, Celebi, and I got a shiny Chikorita. But the other hunts I did in silver were with the shiny Ditto. We're doing eggs with shiny Ditto, so they were 1 in 64 shiny odds. Houndour, Larvitar, Murkrow, Mischievous, and Slugmare post game. Ugh, such a bummer. I hate that. But I'm planning to do a lot more shiny hunts in silver. You need mints and sleep? That's never gonna happen. You got a random shiny Tandem Mouse. Let's go. Nice, kinda. You like Gen 3? Emerald is my second favorite game behind Legends Arceus. Pokemon Emerald is amazing. I love that game. You thought Slugma was Gen 3 until 2010. Well, you don't see it. You literally play through Johto and you don't even see it. No, they're not gonna do mints. They're never gonna do mints. Yeah, it just sucks you can't do it for the playthrough. Being said in Kalos is that I have most of the shinies from that gen in other games, so it won't be any fun for me to shiny hunt. I mean, you don't know what else they're gonna add to it. There's gonna be exclusive. There's gonna be new forms too, so. Yeah, it sucks that you don't see those Pokemon. It's something I don't like that they did with Gen 2. Oh, you could go for Mareep. Mareep's also obviously a good one. Corsola. Corsola's a good one. A Jolly Mint. I'm perfectly happy. I know, everyone goes for Mareep because it looks so, it's a great shiny. Oh, Girafarig too, yeah. That'd be cool. Headbutt Heracross. I would do Headbutt Apom. I feel like everyone does Heracross. I don't think anybody does Apom. I would do Apom personally. Mix it up. Pineco also. What does Fortress look like in Gen 2? I know Fortress looks better now, but how does Shiny... Oh, Shiny Pineco looks amazing. Fortress is not so great. Fortress got a lot better with the 3D model. Increase my speed with the knees. I'm plenty fast. It's just I'm not trying to hurt myself again. I enjoy Crystal for extra things it adds, but it kind of stinks they remove Mareep from the game. Yeah, very weird. Some weird choices they did with Crystal. Is the back sprite awful? I can't even think what it is. Yeah, Shiny Fortress now looks amazing. Shiny Fortress in Gen 2, not so good. Yeah, they're just like, hey, you guys all like Mareep, so it's not in Crystal anymore. We're like, oh. You could go for a Shiny Zubat to evolve into a Crobat. What does Shiny Crobat look like in Gen 2? That's another good Shiny. That's so good. Shiny Crobat's good. That'd be a cool one. Maybe we just shiny hunt every single Pokemon in Gen 2. Maybe I just try to get a shiny Living Dex in Gen 2. Here's a challenge. Yeah, I just turned my Professor Oak challenge into a shiny Living Dex challenge, and I completed it over the rest of my life. I got a shiny Gen 2 Houndour on your bingo board for the year. There you go. What's up, Steelix lad? How you doing today? This is I took a ROM of my silver cartridge. Where is my silver cartridge? Is it down here? Oh, it's in the here. I'm playing this technically, but I used a GB operator to make a ROM file, and then playing it on an emulator, and then I can just take the save file and put it back on my cartridge. Just an easier way to do this than to get all the hardware that I don't have for it. A lot cheaper. Oh, is this the back of the fortress? Oh, it's like it looks like the back of someone is like someone's knuckles. That is a bad back sprite. There's some testing for a tournament I'm going to on the 8th. The team went 14-1. Only lost to Terra Poison Dondozo. Nice. Good luck with your team. That sounds promising. Nah, I wish I was able to have 4 Game Boys, but I don't have. That'd be expensive, and I'd have to have someone mod all of the Game Boys and install capture cards in all of them. It's too expensive. I have a few virtual copies of Crystal. But I thought it'd be cool to have this on my physical cartridge. Play on DS Lights when shiny hunting, but I do have a GB operator. Yeah, the GB operator is just such a awesome thing to allow people to still do Game Boy and Game Boy Advance shiny hunts, but not have to like track down multiple Game Boys, get them installed with capture card. There's just like it's a great solution to people that don't have the ability to get all that stuff. Or I guess the other option is getting GameCubes. But obviously I'd have to have 4 GameCubes. I'd have to have 4 of the like attachments to play. Can they play Game Boy games? I don't even think they can play Game Boy games. I think it's only Game Boy Advance. It'd be very expensive. No, stop spinning. Dude. Oh my gosh. I need to get on Tauros. Hey. Wait, how do you get on? There you go. First. There we go. To save my Sapphire copy, I needed to change my battery and the screw was stripped pretty bad. I had to buy a new Sapphire and transfer to save. Yeah, the GB operator is like honestly such a cool thing to have because one, you can back up your save files. So if anything were to happen, like any of your full odd shiny hunts that you've done, you can like you don't lose it just because something happened to the cartridge. And then it allows you, it does so much for you. Like that's such a great thing that was made. I'm a big fan of it. And yeah, other options would be like if you had DSs with capture like OG DSs with capture cards, but again, very expensive to get any of that stuff. So it's nice to have an option that doesn't like require you to spend a lot of money to get the setups for. Yeah, the save backups are like huge. Especially with the gold and silver copies and crystal, considering if the battery dies, your save file is gone forever. That's a big deal. You need to get an OGDS. I think buying it just a straight up OGDS is not very expensive. It's if you wanted one with a capture card in it, where it starts to get really expensive. But I think just an OGDS on its own is not too bad. I haven't looked though. Yeah, it's like nobody really wants those anymore. 30, 40 bucks. So yeah, you can very affordable. Nobody wants those. They're very outdated and just because you can play DS games on a 3DS. And not a lot of people play Game Boy Advance games still. There's just other ways. There's not a whole lot of reason to get OG DS. They're also very clunky. Like these things they're chunky. Like when they call them DS Fats, they are chunky. This thing is a brick. It is not light. It is heavy. The screen is not great. It's not the best. It is not the best. It would do some damage if you hit somebody with that. That would do some damage. If you plan on getting a controller mod, I recommend Fats. If not lights, because they take up less space. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I have two the OG DS's for the capture card. And I have two 3DS's, so I don't think I would be able to do it. I'd have to find two more DS's with capture cards to do that. It's very solid, that's for sure. Definitely solid. I agree though, I don't really like the DS Lite. I'm not a huge fan of it. Especially me, because I have like pretty big hands. Yeah, you can make it so you can have a controller that like controls multiple DS's or one DS if you want. But yes, there is a way to make it so you can have a controller control your DS. Singular or multiple DS's. Am I using any special program to control 4 instances at once? Or is that built in? No, you just have to open it up. That's it. It's very simple. I thought there was going to be something way more complicated, and it was just like, all right, so just open up 4 instances, or open up multiple instances, and you're set. I was like, oh. And I tried it, and I was like, yeah, it works. Cool. I don't know how it works. I've never used one before. I love you too. I know Quick has it. But I don't know exactly how it works. Oh, really? What do SPs go for? I have one Game Boy Advance SP. I never looked. I can't remember when I got it. Spent $100 on the better model, but the screen is terrible. $100. Oof. The SP was great. That was the first one that we got where it didn't require us to use like AA batteries or AAA batteries. That was like the best thing in the world. It was just like, I just have to plug it into a charger. I no longer have to worry about swapping out batteries. This is amazing. I know. Its brighter mode is actually too bright. Dang, you have like a really good condition one. Mine is definitely not that good a condition. But yeah, just having the ability, yeah, brighter mode. There's so many things about it. It's just like, this is truly the future. Batteries. Brightness mode. Or brightness settings or whatever. Was not in good condition, yeah. I mean, that means you used it, so like, it's a good thing you were using it. Getting the second one basically makes it unusable. SPs are 100 to the 150. That's pretty expensive for something. Considering that's more expensive than a Nintendo DS, that's kind of surprising. There's some for $200. What? That seems way too expensive. That's crazy. Is it just considered vintage at this point now? It's a bunch for $250. Wow. Are they like already like, are those just straight up Game Boy SPs? There's nothing else in them? Like they don't have capture cards or controller mods? Like I understand if they have like that stuff installed. They're refurbished. What are they like? That's like just refurbished, that's it? Is anything added to them that makes it like, if I'm spending $250, I better be getting a lot. I better be coming fully equipped. I don't care if it's just like everything like too much. Shinotic. They replaced a lot of things, but nothing extra. Rip. Yeah, I guess $250, just buy an analog pocket. Yeah, like actually though. Yeah, I guess they're out of production, so that's a good point. You have the, they can just say it's like they're not making these anymore. So this is like a very, there is a finite number of Game Boy SPs left in the world. That's a good point. $100 is a lot. 100 I could like handle, but 200, 250 is too much. I would not spend 250. I would not ever spend 250 on a Game Boy SP. That's way too much. And like Panda said, just get an analog pocket at that point. Amy remade unofficially though. I don't know how that would work with the copyright issues. I mean, so the analog pocket, Analog was able to make basically another Game Boy. So either the copyright has, it's like they might be, the copyright might no longer be in effect on those, or Nintendo just doesn't care enough. My feeling is that the copyright is no longer active. Yeah. Speaking of, do you guys see Nintendo is suing the Yuzu, the people who made the Yuzu emulator? That's a pretty big deal. They have a pretty good case against them too. No color games, but at least you get DS, yeah. I think Ann Bernick is currently developing an SP-style clamshell emulator system. Yeah, kinda. I think Yuzu's gonna get shut down. Nintendo is not happy with them. Which is unfortunate for future Pokemon modding. There is another one. There is Ryujin Jinx anyways, which I think most people still, I think most people use Ryujin Jinx actually. Disney's favorite soccer boy. What's up, Sonic? I think most people would use Ryujin Jinx anyways. Or I guess not. I guess most people use Yuzu since they're getting sued. I'll just use my imagination. It'll be when the Switch 2 comes out. It'll be interesting to see if the data miners and everyone are able to figure out how to work those or not. We'll see how attentive Nintendo is being on these new Switches. Because the OLED is actually, you can't mod an OLED and you can't data mine on an OLED. So it's probably means that the future of modding and data mining is about to get really hard, or not exist anymore. The DS might actually have the biggest Pokemon catalog. Is that because it can play all the Game Boy Advance games plus spin-offs? It has a lot. There's a lot of DS spin-offs. I think you're right. I think that's the DS is when they had like so many spin-offs. Conquest, we talked about that. Yeah, you can play Gens 3 through 5 on a DS. And Gen 2. Gen 2 remakes were there. Oops. Welcome back, Coffee and Kilos. I need to do a good DS hunt. I need to find copies of Black and White. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to, because I need to make sure I don't get fake copies of those. And I'm not really great at looking at those games for that. Fire Red and Leaf Green. Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, you can play Gens 1 through 5. You're right. You can help. If you want to, yeah, if you can find a copy of black and a copy of white, that's legit. If you just want to send me the links for those, I'll literally just buy them right now. I hear people argue Fire Red and Leaf Green are Gen 3 and not Gen 1. I mean, technically. Two females are... They are technically Gen 3, but they're based in Gen 1 regions. It's like Legends Z to A is actually Gen 9. It's not Gen 6. Yeah. It just depends how you're describing it. What's up, B Rich? Does that make BDSP Gen 6 because we have fairy typing? No, BDSP is Gen 8. BDSP is Gen 8. Yo, you got shiny Jirachi! Let's go! Congrats, Coffee and Kilos. Nice. Good shit. That's awesome. Got a pretty good deal back in 2020. You got an OG 3DS and black version off eBay for $120. Damn, that was a good deal. A really good deal. Dude, let's go. Congrats. Yes, English. I don't know the games well enough to play them in Japanese. 3,538. Way under odds. Basing it on which new game generation is happening with release. Gen 3 remakes are Gen 6. Gen 1 Let's Go remakes are actually Gen 7, but on the Switch. Yeah. All that really does for me is help me remember what the tech was and what the leading mechanics were at that point. Yeah. Yeah. Because there's a lot, I mean, there's definitely, it's not really like the same Gen 2 game. There's lots, like most of it is Gen 2, but there's a lot of new stuff where it's like, it's still not Gen 2. Yeah, and that, yeah, like BDSP, it's not 1 in 8,000. Ooh, nice. That'd be awesome. But I'm a numbers guy. Doing good. Just trying for my Cyndaquil. Also looking for Kamala in Ultra Moon right now. It's not 1 in 8K in BDSP, but some hunts can be that way, just saying. What do you mean? Some hunts in BDSP can be 1 in 8,000? Oh, do you mean like feel that way? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, my Turtwig hunt went over 8,000 encounters. And it felt like the odds were 1 in like 50,000 with how slow each encounter was. That was awful. Resetting in BDSP is truly the worst. Every village was 1,496, but that doesn't mean you get more likely to find the shiny each. Yeah. Some people don't understand that. A lot of people are just like, well, no, that means like the closer I get to that number, that means I'm gonna find the shiny now. It's like, no. Nothing changes. Here's 7K for Shaman. Oof. That was my shortest full odds hunt. Yeah, a lot of people think that actually. As long as the Sun and Moon starters, please, plus the long startup. Oh my god, I'd die. This means the closer you get to that number, the sadder you become. Yeah. We're basically just being like, hey, now I can start complaining because I'm over the number that I was hoping to get the shiny. Yeah. But you can't really have, you can't really get an average of shiny encounters. It's so random. You would need so many examples. Sometimes it can be double. Yep. Versus Arceus at 1200, and after that, failing it. Oh, you failed it too. Oof. I guess it wasn't that bad. Longest hunt is 40K, your shortest is 63. What was your 40K? How many 40K hunts? Or else. They don't show up exactly when they're supposed to. Then I don't want it anymore. %, chance to have found the shiny by odds, so generally you'll have the shiny, but you'll still need to be lucky. It's like maybe, but also just who knows. A phase for Electrike. I got a duplicate Gulpin, but I got Electrike the next phase, so it'll all end well. 40K though. Oof. You're trying to knock out as many shinies in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon before it closes. Yeah, I got all of the shinies that you can't obtain on the Switch, except Manaphy. Call it 1/8K odds, classic odds, considering they aren't a thing anymore since the 3DS days. Yeah. 12,000 for Rayquaza right now. In what game? Never gotten to 40K, but you got to 31K. Dang, I'm like the baby here at my 21K. 4 times Ruby and Sapphire. Nice. I want to do that one eventually. Working on the Elemental Monkeys and Silvally line. Ooh. Type Null was the last one. Type Null was a rough one. That was a rough one. But I am done. Wait, I got confused. You're hopeful it'll shine soon. What are you doing in the Omega Ruby? I forget. I know. Freaking Manaphy. Manaphy. I want to like start the Manaphy hunt, but I'm like, again, I'm very annoyed that they didn't give us a date for when bank is gonna close. So I don't want to commit to it if it's going to just shut down like in the near future. I would need to know I have like a year to get it. I need at least like a year of comfort shiny hunting Manaphy. Oops. 2 females. Oh. No. Oh no, missing no. Also, for anyone who gosh darn it, is still shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, the Venusaur raid event does drop Herba Mystica. If you had not heard about that yet. Women can't be shiny. I'm not saying it. This game is saying it. And it is a very good chance of getting Herba Mystica every time you beat it, and it's very easy to beat. Yeah, I'm gonna farm it. I'm gonna farm a lot of Venusaur. I'll be farming a lot of Venusaur. Yeah, you can't shiny hunt Rayquaza and Omega Ruby, unfortunately. Rayquaza and Deoxys are shiny locked. Could have been a really cool hunt. Could have been a really cool hunt, but they shiny locked them both. Oh, you're making sure. You're like, oh, here's Deoxys again. We're like, oh, like it's shiny locked. Oh. Actually, that was not even again. That was just the first. Like, here's Deoxys. You can finally have a Deoxys. And it was like, holy shit. That's amazing. Thank you. Like, we shiny locked it. It's like, okay. Shiny locking was the best thing Game Freak has ever done. Yeah. It's like, I love it when they prevent me from doing the thing I like. I appreciate it so much. Thanks, Game Freak. 2D sprites hit different. It's nice to go back to seeing the older sprites. Was the Gen 3 event for Deoxys ever released? Maybe in Japan? I don't even know. It might have been Japanese only. I don't even know if it was released in Japan. Not in the US, I don't think. Or maybe it was, I don't know. Yeah. The sprites changing up even from like gold and gold and silver and crystal all having different like poses. That's cool. I don't know if it was officially released. You can obviously add the events to those games. You can do it. I don't know if it was ever an official like not cheating device required release. It's like I shiny hunted Mew and Emerald, but technically there was no actual US event to get the Mew event on an English copy of Emerald. I was still able to do it. It's in the game, they just never gave us a way to activate it. Landon, what's going on, bro? Oh, you found someone selling both? Ah! I wish they would include a picture of them. Why does it say black loose? What does that mean? Does that mean out of the cartridge? Or out of the box? Like no box? Without the case? That's fine. It was distributed in 2004 officially. Deoxys? The English Deoxys? It was an official release? Or distribution? They distributed the Aurora ticket. Oh, okay. Cool. Why do these secondary effects keep landing and then I remembered Serene Grace? You want to buy old DS games, but you're scared it's fake? Well, sometimes you can always ask for help on that. Cool. I'm just gonna get these. I was alive in those years, but I didn't own any of those games. I owned the games, but I would have had no... I have no idea how I would have gotten my hands on... or like gotten to those events. Hang on with this. Yeah. Because that was back before, That was like before internet. Double check real quick on listings, so you're good. Nice. Thank you, Kyra. What else do I need to do? They're entered. What are you talking about? Oh. Look like almost all the English black and whites are sold together. That's nice. Cool. Done. And done. Believe they were the bring your gameplay to the store and physically plug in the thing. Yeah. Yeah. And so I didn't know. I don't even know how I would have found that out. So 2004 was 14. I couldn't drive. I would have had to ask my mom to take me there. And how would you find out about that? I can't even think about like how would we have learned that they were doing those events in 2004 and 2005? Where would we have heard that? Was Cerebi a thing in 2004 and 2005? I don't think so. Maybe. I definitely did not know about Cerebi back then. You're supposed to have an uncle that worked at Nintendo. Gosh, apparently I just didn't have that uncle. Oh, so Cerebi was around. So I just didn't know about Cerebi, so that's unfortunate. 25th. I was like 35th. I was like, Cerebi's been around longer than Pokemon? Damn. So Joe's been doing this for a long ass time. Bummer. Wish I had known about Cerebi back then. So that would have been one way. I apparently was not friends with anybody who knew about Pokemon events, so I didn't have that. Yeah. I need a copy of black too. I have white too, right? Where is it? Yeah. I only have white too. Need to go back in here. I need to get a copy of white too as well. I created my Cerebi forums account in 2005 for an XD Gale of Darkness GameCube giveaway. Oh really? That's cool. He's making some noises, yeah. You can hear him? He's not sleeping. Found out about it from Yahoo. Oh my gosh. I probably came across it at some point in 2004 and 2005. I would have been looking up information about. I was playing Fire Red and I was playing Emerald. I would have looked up information. I probably used Cerebi back then. I just don't remember. I must have. I must have been using it back then. I had a guidebook for Emerald. I eventually had a guidebook. Because I thought the guidebook was going to tell me how to find, how to get to Faraway Island to hunt Mew. And it didn't. I used Game Facts. I definitely used Game Facts. I know I used that. Oh, Psypoke. That's very familiar. That sounds very familiar. You use word of mouth at the Boys and Girls Club. Oh no, so you got told a lot of things. I remember Psypoke. I definitely remember that. You still use it? It's still around? Oh, I actually used that for the Pokemon Gold and Silver Time Changer. I actually used that like last week. I didn't even realize that's what what website I was on. That's hilarious. It still looks like it's from the 90s. Why does GameFAQs still look like it did 20 years ago? Because people don't see any need to update it. That is so funny. I literally used Psypokes last week and I just didn't recognize it because it still looks, I mean, not even 90s. It looks like it's still in early 2000s. It looks exactly the same. Not everybody is like Cerebi Joe, constantly updating their website by themselves. Two females. Landon, sir. What are you doing? I don't know if the video is working. Are you just sticking your hand in your mouth? Cerebi still looks like something that came out in 2004. He updates the banner. Little Game Facts days, you still have some of your old strategy guides. I never printed them out. I can't believe you guys printed those out. It was, I can't remember who, it was Wiggins. I was like, Wiggins said that he printed his out. I was like, oh my god. I never printed out the guides. Oh no, did I? I think I did once. I take that back. I did it once at my house. And I think my dad got so angry at me when he saw how much paper that I stopped. I never did that again. Oof, Landon not sleeping. You have the Pokemon Snap Guide? Did I have the Pokemon Snap Guide? I don't think so. Wow, he is being very loud. Okay, stop. No. I don't... Not sure if that was a real person or not, but that's not a question to ask. Anyways. I don't think that was a real person. That was very weird. Like, they were replying to your messages. That was the weirdest part. I was like, the first message, I was like, oh, is this someone that Baruda knows? And then, like, do you live in the US? I was like, oh, okay, so you're not a real... Account created in 2022. What? That's weird. Link in bio. Well, if they're an actual person, they can request to be unbanned, but to be just... Even has a 2023, maybe their account, maybe it's an old, it was a actual account that got hacked by someone. Probably got hacked, unfortunately. Well, that sucks. It's like the way they were messaging and reply, like the immediate question of, do you live in the US, is like, okay, you're not a real person. That was a new one though. I've never seen a bot replying to other people in the chat like that. Or like using the reply message thing. That was very different. That's just a normal question you ask people. You start off saying hi, and then you reply, and then the next thing, without, even if they don't respond to you, you go, do you live in the US? Hi there, where do you live? That's how I have conversations with people. Is that not how you conversate with people? Conversate. Do you not go up to people and say, hi, where are you from? Are you from the US? I was also created, born in the US. Anyways, what's your social security number? Whoever made that really had us in the first half. I mean, they're like, hi. I was like, I honestly thought they knew you, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Are you still trying to catch the Jirachi? What are you trying to catch it in? If you were a social security number, what would you be? In a Pokeball, because the game generates a Pokemon channel Jirachi, and that can only be obtained in a Pokeball. Oh. That's fun. You want to play this game? It's called Read Me the Numbers on Your Credit Card. It's so crazy. You'll never guess. I can tell your name, age, and height if you tell me all the numbers on your credit card. Yeah, I hope you have a lot of Pokeballs. Yeah, I can totally get your zodiac sign if you tell me. Give me all this information. Just keep blocking the numbers. Funny Twitch. Ultra number 15,250. Not shiny. Rude. No, I want the shiny luck. I'm the streamer.
I'm about to bust.
That was almost really good timing. What's up, Yemek? Thank you for the 100 bits. I'm the streamer. I'm about to bust. Correct. I've gone four days without failing a shiny Pokemon. What was the last thing I failed? Was it the Wish Cache? I think it was the Wish Cache in my... Yeah, in Pokemon Sword where I had the Overworld shiny mod. A Wish Cache spot, like a shiny Wish Cache appeared, but I couldn't physically get to it without it despawning. And so I failed it. When will it be added to the poster? I don't know, ask Wookie. I'm not the artist. We all know that every encounter that got messed up by dupe screens yesterday was a shiny. I don't want to think about that. Don't bring that back up. I hated that. Ugh, that was awful. That was like legit. I think it was only like 8 encounters, thankfully, but there's 8 encounters where I did not see all the Cyndaquil. Or 2 resets. I think it was only 2 resets. Thankfully, it could have been way more. I got very lucky that one of the games was a female Cyndaquil, so it made it look like I got 4 female Cyndaquils. I was like, this is not possible. That could have been, I could have done that for like an hour if that didn't happen. I actually got really lucky that one game that got the got a female Cyndaquil popped up.
Dicks!
Holy crap. Jesus. Thank you for the 750 bits. Nana, getting a sub to be rich. Thank you so much.
The Famished gifted a tier 1 subscription to Brish14.
Yeah, probably got a few people with that one. Thank you, Anhel, for gifting that sub. And then thank you, Yemek, for the 750 bits and having dicks yelled at me. Let's get to us. We are now 25 subs away from me having to do a full odds egg hunt in Scarlet and Violet, dressed as SB Cynthia for the entirety of the hunt. We are just 25 subs away from that. You don't need to drop anything. You don't need to do that. It's fine. We can take our time hitting that goal.
Ready to rock, Pikachu?
Yemek432564 gifted a tier 1 subscription to Vaporeon.
You know, Vaporeon. Thinking about that the other day. Thank you, Yemek, for gifting a sub to Vaporeon. Fun fact about Vaporeon. Now we are 24 subs away. Oof. Vaporeon will be in Plaza. He will. Or she. They will. This is a fact. Whoa. Gotta rodeo the Vaporeon. No. No. No! Most Vaporeons are dudes. Gotta ride the Vaporeon? No! No, no, no. 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 Two females, rip. Leave Vaporeon, leave the poor Vaporeon alone. Vaporeon didn't ask for this. Vaporeon was not asking for any of this. Vaporeon simply existed. Another female in the same game. Flareon's asking for cuddles? I mean, I agree. I'm sorry if you're hearing my son screaming in the background. He's not screaming, but he's just making sounds while he sticks his hand in his mouth. The event automatically changes it to a Pokeball? Oh, that's nice. You caught it in a Master Ball out of frustration. That's convenient. Nice, alright. How many Pokeballs did you throw? I like that I like that you spent like 3,600 encounters on this thing, and where you got frustrated waiting was catching it. That's kind of funny. at least 100 to 200. How many moves does it have? Did you put it? I guess you put it to sleep. I'm assuming you put it to sleep. We really do. We're just like, I will spend a paralysis. Wow, you were playing a very risky game. The fact that you were able to throw 100 to 200 Pokeballs is pretty... I feel like Jirachi does not have that many moves. But yeah, we're like, well, okay, I know it had 4 moves. I meant how much PP each move had. Had 4 moves. We're spending almost an hour trying to catch my Entei from the wormholes. I was not pleased. I can't remember. There was one Pokemon in the wormholes that I barely caught. I think it ended up having like 4 moves left when I caught it. I do not remember what it was though. But it was like, oh, it was Kyogre. It was my Kyogre. I think I ended up having to Master Ball it. I need to check. I have to check that. Playing the trick leftovers onto Mewtwo so that it can't struggle to death theoretically in Leaf Green. That's a thought. But yeah, I got Shiny Kyogre, and it was I ended up. I did, but I didn't think about doing that. For whatever reason, 2 females, come on. For whatever reason, it never crossed my mind to do the Lepa Berry trick on the legendary Pokemon. And so I wasn't prepared to do that. You're doing DAs and Heart Gold resets. Oof, DAs for Kyogre are not easy. As shiny hunters, our minds are fried the moment the shiny shows up. I could have had it in the lead the entire time though. I could have like known about it before starting the hunt, before my brain was fried. And then I could have had just Trevenant there and I would be like, oh yeah, Trevenant. Lepa Berry trick. Oh really? What did I catch my Arceus in? I don't know. I don't remember. I want to check on both of these. I'm pretty sure it's Kyogre. Let me see. You want to do a luxury ball? I want to say I did an ultra ball for Arceus. I want to say I was able to get an ultra ball. Yeah. Well, it will be, except for everyone will just use Gastrodon. Alright, let's log in the Pokemon Home way faster. Ugh. My nose running. Alright, so let's see. Why am I in this box? I'm nowhere near my shinies. Terragrass, Kyogre, Terrablast. I could be, yeah. That's true. You could have that. But then you just go, what would you get to go Steel, Terra, Gastrodon? Also, Terragrass Kyogre, if you're facing off against another Kyogre, then they'll just use Ice Beam. So, a risky game. Alright, where's my Kyogre? Or no, I guess I'll see Arceus first. Alright, Arceus I caught in a Ultra Ball. I did get an Ultra Ball, nice. And then Kyogre was, yep, Master Ball. Yep, I was right. That's cool, I remember that. I'm glad I remember that. So yeah, Kyogre, I was like, I know it was on 1 HP because I false swiped it and I literally couldn't catch it. I was like, oh my god, I have to Master Ball it. It was gonna kill itself. No, it does not have a lot of, it does not. It was also, it was killing it was killing my entire team. That was the other problem. Is it was like one-shotting everything. I had really strong Pokemon, but it kept one-shotting them. Or like two-shotting. So it wasn't even like, it was a combination of like, it was running out of moves, I was running out of Pokemon. Like everything was going, it was like, it was all terrible. Like everything was going wrong. And I was just like, I gotta Master Ball this. You stole one from Quicken DAs, nice. But yeah, I was the only. Oh no, I ended up catching shiny Mewtwo and then Master Ball just because nostalgia. That was on purpose though. I was just like, I'm gonna catch this in the Master Ball because that's how I always caught my Mewtwo's. Or you got a Pogo one. Kyogre is the only one I could not get a shiny of in Pogo. I've gotten Groudon. I think I've gotten a couple of Groudons. I never could get shiny Kyogre. Speaking of Pogo, they officially announced that Poipole is going to be in, as a part of this next event. Probably not shiny available because it's the first time it's appearing. Not sure how it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna be like in raids or if it's gonna be a paid research to get it. Yeah, the first Groudon, I got Groudon in the wormholes. Actually, I was looking at it, I caught it in a Dusk Ball apparently. Yeah, I guess just because it was higher chance of catching it. Yeah, that was like the big thing was Poipole, but it makes sense because anyone who has not played, I mean, I guess you could have gotten it in Sword and Shield, but I get in the DLC, so Poipole hasn't really been available for most new Pokemon players. If you didn't play Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and then if you didn't get the DLC for Sword and Shield. I don't think I would have to assume that you can't get it shiny. This is the first time it's appearing. I know. Well, it's just you just receive it. You don't actually like visibly see it anywhere or anything. It's just somebody's just like, oh yeah, here's Poipole. After, or wait, you have to catch all the the Ultra Beasts. You have to do something first, and then someone just gives you Poipole. Oh, it is hanging out in the den. Oh. I remember that. It's hanging out in the max layer entrance? Is it? Why don't I remember that at all? I never remember seeing Poipole. Granted, it's very small. That's probably why, but... Huh. But I'll be curious to see how they distribute Poipole. I feel like it can't be raids. I feel like they wouldn't do raids because Poipole is not supposed to be like something you have a bunch of. I don't think so. It's not strong. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a research. It'll be like Cosmog, yeah. It has to be like Cosmog. Speaking of which, where's Shiny Cosmog? I would like to get a Shiny Cosmog and Shiny Cosmoium, please. It's never giving us those, apparently. A Lola tour. Must be something you have a lot of, but so are all legends and those have raids up the ass. I guess. But I don't know. I feel like Poipole will hang out with its buddy Shiny Cubfu. No, Cosmog's like the one that's been living there the whole time, and then Cubfu walks in just like, where's my shiny version? And Cosmog just in the corner like, first day. They're just like, hey, so you can't shiny hunt Cosmog, and then they're just like, and we're just never going to distribute it in any way. No shiny Cosmog ever. Like, oh. Alright. Thanks. And then there's Keldeo over there too, just being like, hey, what about me? And it's like, well, we're going to bring you back, but shiny locked. Sad nay. And then there's Victini, also just asleep in the corner with cobwebs. Like, they forgot about this guy a long time ago. He's got Shiny Lunala and Shiny Solgaleo from DAs and bred them. Guaranteed Shiny Cosmog. Ah, I knew there was a strategy to it. You want Shiny Victini so badly? Too bad! Manaphy's like dug a hole underneath like the floor or something and escaped. The shiny Manaphy like snuck out the back. Nobody noticed. I made a wish to Jirachi. Guy's like, good idea, let's both get ourselves out of here. Yeah, first time. Yeah, Jirachi's like, whoa, that sounds like a good idea. Let's you and me sneak out over here. Victino's just like, where are you guys going? They said, you stay here. Come back for you. Never did. They never did. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about where we're going. Maybe Victini will be in Legends Z to A, and it'll be shiny locked again. There is one downside to Legends Z to A. Almost can guarantee we cannot shiny hunt any legendary Pokemon in that game. So, there will not be a new way to get a shiny Zygarde. This is all but guaranteed. And Shaman. Darkrai and Shaman were in there if you had save files. Yeah, I would pretty much assume we can't shiny hunt any of the legends in that game. I know. They should have, that would have been like Pokemon Legends Z to A. Shinies are locked. Shinies are locked. Legends are shiny locked. Don't ask about the shiny legends. Pokemon shiny locked Legends Arceus. There you go. That would be pretty wild to not have any way to shiny hunt. That would be pretty wild. I mean, I'm pumped about it. Kalos needed another game. There's so many things that they left out of X and Y. Tapu wee wee. I saw that one. That was hilarious. 3 females. Come on, bro. You've been asking for Pokemon Z? I had given up all hope on that. Yeah, he's kind of moved into the leaked video sector. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the last time I watched one of his videos. He does some playthroughs still, but majority of his YouTube videos are now talking about leaks. It's unfortunate. It gets views though, so I don't blame him. You never truly lose hope on Pokemon Gun. I guess. What would actually be the third game to Sword and Shield? What would actually make sense? Armor? Yeah. Maybe. I don't really know. Yeah, there wasn't really anything that they left where I'm just like, man, I wish Sword and Shield would have answered this question. Pokemon Staff. They don't really need to do it for Sword and Shield. Or at least there's not like a need to answer any questions, right? Bow and arrow. Don't say it, don't say it. Pokemon gun, damn it! Yeah, it's like everything was pretty much answered in that one. There were no plot holes. Pokemon corporate greed. But yeah, D to A is gonna be good to just like finish any of those stories that they kind of just completely dropped. Or just really giving the attention to Zygarde that it deserved. Need to replay Sword and Shield because he never really got into it. The story is okay. Story's fine. It's not really... There's nothing where you're just like, whoa, I can't believe they did this or anything. It's just kind of like, it kind of just happens and then you stop it and then it's over and then you're like, okay. Yeah, it was pretty weak. It's a pretty weak story. Scarlet and Violet, I give credit to Scarlet and Violet that the storyline was way better than Sword and Shield. Yeah. It's very much they just kind of like introduce all the characters, then they're just like, okay, beat the gyms, and then you beat the gyms, and then they're just like, okay, here's what's happening. And you're just like, what? Okay, and then you stop it, and they're like, all right, back to the tournament. It's like, what just happened? We're gonna do Gen 1 through 9 storyline playthrough, no shiny hunting or random tangents. That'd be fun. I mean, Gen 1 and Gen 2 are pretty straightforward. Gen 1, 2, 3 is frustrating with how much backpedal, like you have to like keep going back and forth. Gen 5 is definitely the game that I need to play through and remember some of the story. I do not remember all the story of Gen 5. How dare you not appreciate the sheer character design of Swordward and Shieldbert. God. What a stupid thing. You never played some of them. It's a good idea. It's definitely a good idea to like actually play through them and like totally understand the stories. I've done multiple playthroughs of most games. Gen 5, like Black and White and Black and White 2 are the only ones where I did not play it through multiple times. And X and Y are also one where I didn't play it through multiple times. Yeah, you want to do Black and White first. For sure. Very important to do that first. Yeah, X and Y and Black and White and Black 2, White 2 are the ones where I only played through it once. Everything else I've played through multiple times. So I might do another playthrough of X and Y. Now that I don't, like, I have a copy of Pokemon X and I don't need to shiny hunt anything on it anymore, so. I remember there being a lot of dialogue and I only played through it once, so I don't recall all of it. You still yet to finish Black and White 2? Oh, you should. If you have the game, you should. Yeah, I'll probably start over my Pokemon X copy. I have like legitimately no reason why or not to do that. There's nothing on there I'm planning to shiny hunt. Yeah, there's a lot of post-game stuff in Black 2 and White 2. There's a whole lot of other things you can do. That was back when they gave us a lot of post-game content. That wasn't a freaking DLC. Wrong spawn resets. There's what? Volcarona. That's a really cool one. What are the other ones? I'm assuming Volcarona's one. Realize my playthrough of BSP that has the Shaman Darkrai event items is on my second profile. I just Arceus is on my first. If you want Arceus and BSP, you have to. Oh no! That's too bad. Oh, it's none of the ones I mentioned. Braviary and Mandibuzz. I don't even know where any of these are. Inability, Darmanitan, Jellicent, and Crustle. Where are... I don't know about any of those. Volcarona is kind of its own thing. Yeah, I guess that's the only one I know about. Apparently that's the only one I know of. As you encounter as you do the story except for Darmanitan. Interesting. Yeah. I knew Volcarona was treated as a legendary. There's a gift deerling? Oh, really? That'd be kind of cool. What's up, Radiant Shinies? How you doing today? Yeah, I'll have to do some research on shiny hunts in those games. It might be black and white. I don't remember which it is. 2700. Doing good? Nice. Yeah, I need to research what shiny hunts I could do in those games. Oh, it's in all of them. That's kind of cool. Every post actually goes over what's locked and what's not locked. Wait, what's locked that's not the legends? I thought it was only the legends that were locked. Hunting Nihilego in Ultra Moon first. Soft reset. Oh. You have 4,565 encounters. It's over 3 times. Oh, and you have the shiny charm. Oof. Ouch. Well, I hope you find your Nihilego soon. That's rough. I know the box legends are shiny locked. Kyurem, you can... Oh no, you can hunt Kyurem. There's a set of hidden ability trade Pokemon that have random stats but are shiny locked. Oh. Yeah, Kyurem is not locked. Box legends are locked. Did we know Zarude was coming to go as well? No. Wait. Zarude's already been in Pokemon Go. Is there another event for Zarude? It's already been in Pokemon Go, right? Is it shiny? It's back? Can it be shiny, please? That's like, let it be shiny, then I care. Is it Dada Zarude? That could be. We didn't have that in Go. People either rarely hunted them or not at all. Interesting. It's only featured Pokemon that can't be. Cool. I'm pretty sure Shadow Raikou, Shadow Mewtwo, Primal Kyogre, and Groudon all shiny Zarude now. Great. So I don't care. They're bringing back Primal Kyogre and Groudon? Why? Ah. Also, unless the wording on this is just weird, it sounds like you have to buy a ticket to the event, this Wonders event or whatever, to get certain spawns. So that's fun. I'm really losing a lot of interest in Poco. This whole having to buy all the tickets thing is kind of just completely taking away all my interest in this game. Like, 2 female. When they... Available to claim. Feeling like Go Tour sucked, really iced on it. Them not boosting the shiny odds is just I don't really know the point in that. I'm pretty much at the point where if they aren't releasing, if there's no legendary or mythical Pokemon that I can't get, or that it's unable to attain, it's only able to obtain in Go, I just like, I don't know. Do you condone my DoorDashing Five Guys? I need someone's approval. Yes, always. Sounds amazing. Hate how expensive it is, but God, it tastes so good. Fast food in general, man. Getting pretty rough. We ordered Chick-fil-A for dinner last night, and it was like $60 for like three meals. That was pretty brutal. Yeah, it just feels like it's not great to buy food lately. There's a bunch of poison type icons on the Wonder Ticket promo. For like Poipole. You're about to cancel DoorDash and stop eating out. We are like trying as hard as possible to avoid doing that, or to avoid DoorDash, or like we try not to order out. But like there are days that we're just exhausted. We're like, we gotta eat something. Like, just need to order the food. It doesn't say. That's probably how you're gonna have to. That's probably how you get Poipole, is buying the Wonder Ticket promo. Yeah, but unfortunately for us, that means bringing our 2.5-year-old daughter and 7-month-old son, and I'm gonna tell you, that sounds like an awful time. If I'm already tired, the last thing I want to do is then go and bring my kids to a restaurant. That is gonna be a bad time. I think we've been out to eat once, or no, I guess twice. And we've been out to eat. We've gone out to eat dinner twice since we've moved. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, it's stressful going out with kids, and then we're still getting the grandparents adjusted to watching both of them. Your family hasn't been to a sit-down restaurant in years. You must sit and be quiet for an hour straight. What's so difficult? I wish that's all it took. It's great because I'll tell Dylan that. I'll be like, hey, we need you to sit down and just like behave at this restaurant so we can eat dinner. And she'll say, okay. And then she'll just like run off. And I'll be like, well, that's not That's not what I said at all. I still haven't had Chinese since we got food poisoning from it. It's such a bummer. I love Chinese food so much, but ever since we got food poisoning, it's just like, I still can't get back to it. My twins' 3 years are good for like 20 minutes, then it's like the place is their jungle gym. Yeah, that's about right. Was that part of the agreement? It's like the only other option is we could hand Dylan one of our one of us could hand her a phone and just put on whatever TV show or something, and that should distract her for like probably 30 minutes. I'd say that'd give us a good 30 minutes. What's up, Mike? How you doing today? When I go out with my friend, we sometimes sit in, but half the time we do takeout and eat in the car like we did in the throes of COVID. That's fun, though. Husband has a lap band, so going out is not really an option. I can't remember the last time we went out to dinner. Saving money, though, at least. I think. That's the appropriate time for... Yeah, exactly. It's like, you're going to have some screen time. That's the only way it's going to happen. Which restaurants offered you a babysitting waiter, waitress? That'd be the life. What an awful job that would be. I don't think they'd pay. There's no way they'd be able to pay enough for that. Doing good, not having to be at work until next week is really helping you relax. Oh, nice. That's good. I can't imagine a more draining job than being the restaurant babysitter. Because you know you're going to get some real bad kids doing that. You'd always have to wonder if they are properly watching your children. Yeah, I wouldn't trust that. I would never trust that. Yeah, they'd probably make you work on tips too. Except that's the person I'd tip. I don't really want to tip my waiter or waitress that much, but I'll tip the person taking care of my children. If that person let me have a nice sit-down dinner and I wasn't stressed out, I'm gonna tip them. The person who carried a plate from one end of the restaurant to my table and put it there, don't really see why I'm tipping you for that. I can do that. I could have done that. I didn't really need you to do that for me. At least you never have to tell with the same kid for more than like 45, 90 minutes. But in like some ways that's good, some ways that's bad. Unless that, or if that family keeps coming back. Or if you quit before then. Yeah. Like, here's the deal. I'll give you a tip if you watch my kid. I'll go get my dinner. I'll walk over there when it's ready. I'll go and pick it up. Fine, I can handle that. But if you watch my kid, then I'll tip you. That's actually doing us a service that I believe should be tipped for. But walking a plate over to where I'm sitting is... I'm not that impressed. You haven't really impressed me that much by doing that. What is this? This is Pokemon. The game I'm playing? This is Pokemon Silver. Or this is called a stream? I don't know which part. I don't know which thing you need me to explain. I was EV training my Jirachi and got Pokerus. That's insanely fast. What are you trying to do? I'm trying to get a shiny Cyndaquil. I'm trying to get this thing to be shiny. Shiny Cyndaquil is yeah, it did say that on the title of the stream too. I mean, it is possible. Is that possible when you're getting your starter? In this game, yes. It used to be a thing. Gosh darn it. It used to be a thing in every generation until generation 8. You know what it said on the title? I don't know, man. You're asking me questions. You used to be able to get a shiny starter up until generation 8. And then they're just like, okay, we're shiny locking the starters. I'm just like, oh. Okay. No, this is gonna be my Professor Oak Challenge playthrough. So, definitely not a shiny only playthrough. I'm gonna do a Professor Oak Challenge on this file. It's gonna take me 489 days to complete. Oh no, it's gonna take me 489 days to complete one part of it. I have no idea how long it's gonna take me to actually complete the entire thing. Oh, you tried to hunt for a shiny Rowlet on release day. Oof. Rough. Oh, this was a side game on Scarlet and Violet because the game was labeled Scarlet and Violet. No. This is a old Pokemon game, Generation 2. I'm just under the Scarlet and Violet because that's just what Pokemon streamers do. We just put it under the most recent game. That's normally where viewers are. Yeah, just another thing they took away from us. A bummer. But no, this has nothing to do with Scarlet and Violet. I wish there was just a general Pokemon section in Twitch. I wish. Yeah, other than it runs better. Looks better. Doesn't hurt my eyes. Or make me nauseous. Yeah, I still wish that there was just a general Pokemon section. Have you ever had a Karen report you that you're not streaming in the right section? Yes. I keep getting nauseated hunting tandem mouse. I might have to switch to eggs. It's pretty brutal. I like really would just want to finish shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet so I just don't ever have to do it again. But yeah, I've had people, this isn't Scarlet and Violet. Did you know you're under Scarlet and Violet? It's like, yes, I know. Did 4 sandwiches and got 1 tandem mouse? Oh no. That was a pretty brutal hunt. I forgot how many tandem mouse I got. Not that many. Just wait till Gen 10 and hunt the Paldean mons there. Most of them probably won't be in there. We're doing all right. Landon still has some congestion, so we've been having to do the snot sucker for him, and he just absolutely hates it. So, other than that, we're good. Dylan is still getting up every single night and coming into our room. Last night, she didn't come in until 4:30, so I got to sleep until 4:30 this past night. So you know, that was nice. Got a little bit more. I got like an extra hour of sleep than normal. Pretty cool. Your kids are the same issue? Yeah, it's just... it's been going on for 2 months, and... You like the hat? Thank you. It's been happening for 2 months now, and we're just like, hey, this is like... being less of a phase and more of just a thing you're not apparently going to stop doing, which worries us. You just go sleep in another bed. I keep telling my wife that I'm just like, next time she comes in, just like one of us go sleep in her bed. Be like, all right, bye. So I don't fit in her bed. I'm too tall. So I can't really do it. And I'm pretty sure if my wife got out and went to her bed, then Dylan would just follow her. Be like, oh, okay, I'll come sleep with you. Problems of being 8 feet tall, yeah. Oops. Oh, whoops, my 3DS is about to die. Didn't realize that was not plugged in. You're becoming a fan of Arsenal? Good. Should. Great. We're awesome. Everything's great. Things are going really well. And then we won't win anything, and then you'll just be sad. Ryzen 5-4. At least you can fit in your kid's... If you can fit in a kid's bed, then. Running out of places to sleep. I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep through the night. I miss it so much. It's been so long, you guys. I barely can remember what it was like to like go to sleep at like our bedtime and wake up from the alarm. I literally can't remember what that's like. Used to be able to like get up, shower, and then go downstairs and have breakfast and get everything ready before any kids woke up. Been a long time since that was a thing. What's up, Rival Lobster? I'm doing well. How are you doing today? Have you talked to her like you need to try and sleep in your bed? Yeah, I tell her to do a lot of things. I asked Dylan to do a lot of things. Her response now is basically, no, I don't like it. So that's usually the response I get when I ask her to do something. Is just, no, I don't like it. It's like, you know what? I don't like a lot of things either. But too bad, that's not how this works. We offer a prize if they stay in all night and they know they just don't care. Yeah, I don't think she wouldn't care about that either. She'd be like, yeah. No. You speak in a calm tone of voice, toddlers are very compliant. Yeah, I wish. That's out the door. I have a very stern dad voice that has been used quite a lot with Dylan. She does not listen when I ask the first, second, or third time, and I'm just like, okay. I'm done being like nice, calm, please do this, Dad. It's time to be it's very serious, do this. I'm not asking again, Dad. And then I take it away, whatever she's doing, I have to take it away from her, and then she starts crying, and then it's just like, I literally asked you to do something like multiple times, you haven't listened. So here we go. If I know I have mom voice and I'm not a mom, my nephew tried to run into the parking lot. I just came out, he immediately came back to me wide-eyed. It's when it's a very like serious thing, like if she is doing anything, if she tries to do something where like it could put her in immediate harm, like I get very loud very quick. It's not a like calm like, oh, don't do that. It's like I'm like telling her, I'm like, there's no way you're not hearing what I'm saying right now. And like, it's gonna stop you dead in your tracks. Yeah, if she ever tried to like run in a parking lot or something like that, I would, like, everyone around me would hear what I have to say. No. Gentle parenting is, you do gentle like there's, I don't like the term gentle parenting is like, I don't like that, to be totally honest, because it's like, it's this idea that they're just like, well, it's like, oh yeah, you can't ever like tell your kids not to do something, or you can't let, it's like, you can't be like, take stuff away from your kids. It's like, no, fuck that. Like, I'm not gonna just let my kid control everything. But you know what happens when I calmly ask my kid to do something? She'll say no and keep doing it. I know. It's basically, it's like I'm not hitting her. There's no spanking. There's no like screaming at her. I'm not doing anything that is like, I'm not trying to make her afraid of me, but she needs to listen. She's got to know that she needs to listen to us. And driving in that into her brain is exhausting. Yeah. Oh no. I don't know. I would never. The only time I've ever had to like watch myself, and I wasn't even that close to doing anything of physical harm. But one time we were playing outside, and I was like pretending to just be like, I was laying in the grass, and she was doing something, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna lay here. And she found like a solid plastic rod. And then she came up behind me and she smacked me in the head with it, like hard. And I was like, my immediate reaction was like sitting up, like anger. And I was just like, okay, no. And I was like, no. And I just like, I grabbed her, picked her up, brought her inside the house. And I like found Kathleen. I was just like, you have to watch her because I am pissed. And because I was like, I am so pissed right now. And like, I just had to, and so I just stepped away. So that was the only time I ever got, like, I never was gonna like do anything to her, but it was like, surprisingly, getting hit in the head very hard does not bring out a positive reaction from me. How does Dylan like having a little brother? Oh, thank you. Yeah, except it wasn't funny. There are times where she like definitely likes having him around, and then there are absolutely times where she's she does not. She like wishes he wasn't there. She'll like do something very cute and like bring a toy over to him and be like, here, you can play with this. And then and then in the same instance she'll walk back to it and like snatch it away saying, mine. We're just like, God damn it. Like, you gave it to him. I always felt like it meant talking about choices and consequences rather than giving ultimatums. That's how my sister explained it anyway, but I've only got an auntie's view of it. Kinda, yeah. That is also a way to go about it, but yeah, don't ever hit me in the head. If you're an adult, I will react very differently. You're at 10,700 resets for Cyndaquil and Heart Gold. Oh, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, so you get 3 encounters every time. Are you counting Are you counting all 3 encounters? Or are you talking about like actual resets? That would mean you have 30,000 encounters, which is insane. We try to also do the whole like giving choices and like that kind of thing. We do that too. I mean, there are times, it's like, I'm just talking about, there are times where she just like literally, like we do that over and over and over, and she just like completely ignores us, and we're just like, all right, we're done with that. Like at dinner time, like she skips dinner a lot. And so we'll like have the food on the table, we'll sit down at the table, and then she just like gets up and runs off, and we're just like, this is dinner time. This is your time to eat. If you do not sit here and eat, there's not going to be another time to eat dinner. And we like make it very clear to her. And then we're just like, are you hungry? Are you hungry? And she's like, no. And then she runs off. We're like, all right. And then like, it'll be bedtime, and she's just like, dinner. And we're just like, no, you missed dinner. Like, that's why you have to eat dinner when it's dinner time. We're not eating dinner now. She still doesn't understand that. I'm only checking the Cyndaquil. You're only checking the Cyndaquil? Wow. Because I have the other 2-star shiny. You also want to complete the trio. That's interesting. Most people, I don't think most people would be willing to do that. To not even check. That means you've probably failed a few shinies. With no remorse. 10,000 too. Jeez. So that means there has been 30,000, or it's still just 10,000 encounters, I guess. You're only seeing Cyndaquil. Feraligator's looking to become a threat in GBL. What were the new moves? What else? What other new moves are there? I saw a couple. What is Feraligator getting? I do not have a Feraligator for GBL, that's for sure. It's getting Shadow Claw? Oh. So that would counter Annihilate. And then what else does it have? Udra's getting Aqua Tail. Oh. I have 2 copies of Soul Silver and 1 copy of Heart Gold, which is why I'm going for 1 of each starter. Gotcha. Well, that'll be cool once you get them all. I feel like every single person who tries to get all 3 Empoleon, they're making the starters really good. I feel like every single person that tries to get all 3, there's always just one starter that causes trouble. Frost Chop is getting a buff. You got the other 2 under 3k. Eden Fate, Kyra, you're not a part of these. And Aqua Tail's getting a buff too. So who else has Aqua Tail? Dragonair. So Dragonair just got even better. Dragonair just got even better. Oh, really? Ooh. Who runs Water Pulse? Brick Break is going to lower defense by 1 stage. That makes sense. Can Annihilate get Brick Break? That'd be big. welcome on in. Hope you had a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid. If anyone here is not already following King Trobes, go drop them a follow. Show some love. Thank you, thank you. Obviously, if you got a raid and run, don't feel like you gotta stick around. I hope you had a good stream, and if you are able to stick around, let me know what you were up to. That is not resetting. Why am I getting so many Shinotics? I don't want Shinotic. Not Kamala. Oops. Just some more Legends Arceus. How dare you say that word? Shiny Alpha events. Hunts. Events. Did you get any Shiny Alphas? Putting Shadow for Alligator at number 9. Wow. Where could you have even gotten a Shadow Totodile? I don't even remember Shadow Totodile being a thing. Really windy. Not on stream, but you got a Tentacruel while they're... Oh, you got a Shiny Alpha Tentacruel? Yo, that's dope. I don't think I've ever seen a Shiny Alpha Tentacruel. That's awesome. Stop giving me Shinotics. Shadow Gallade is number 22. I don't remember seeing any of these Shadow Pokemon. Your second Shiny Alpha. Hey, let's go. What was your first? Two females, rip. Celebi in the cards is your next hunt after Cyndaquil. This is Pokemon Silver, so unfortunately I cannot hunt Celebi in this one, but I've actually already gotten a shiny Celebi. Shout out the day before Scarlet and Violet. Oh, hey, nice. I've gotten a shiny Alpha shout out too. Oh. I think I did. Pretty sure I did. Maybe not. I don't remember now. I don't have... This is a shiny shout out, so I guess not. Why did I have this memory that I did? Oh, there you go. Because I did. Because I did get one. Nice. But I don't really have plans to shiny hunt Celebi again. Yeah. That's not really a hunt I'm looking to do again. I have other hunts I'd like to do first. If I were to ever do another... I don't know why I'd do another Celebi hunt. So many other things I'd rather do. Now I'm getting Kamalas. One of you would be shiny, that would be amazing. Crystal Suicune. I don't know. I was thinking of just trying to get all 3 of them. Yeah, Roamer. It's like, I think I'd rather just go for all 3 Roamers than do the Suicune reset one. I think I'd be able to triple hunt Suicune though. I think I have 3 3DSs that have Suicune. And I'm planning to get, or have Crystal. And I'm planning to get my other 3DS. I'm planning to get a capture card put into it. Once I figure out how to back up all the saves on it. Do I have Crystal on here? I do. So, yeah. I actually could triple hunt the Suicune. We can do Roamer, Entei, and Fire Red Leaf Green. Oh man. That would be. It depends which 3D. It depends which capture card you're trying to do. I don't even know how you do the. I forget the name of it. The loopy. If you're trying to get a loopy capture card installed, it has to be a new 3DS. If it's the You're welcome, Ano. I think it only works on the new 3DS. I don't know if the loopy works on the base one. I don't know. I don't have a ton of information on this. I'm probably not the one to consult. Alright, so I'm getting a lot of Kamalas now. Be shiny. Peace. Shine not accurate. All right, I think this is gonna be our last Cyndaquil check for today, and I'm gonna call it for now. Last second shiny, maybe, please, would be cool. We did it once, we do it again. All right, I got a not shiny Pancham and not shiny Cyndaquil. 29-20 is where we'll call it for today. Hit 3,000 encounters tomorrow. Oh, all right. Oh, come on. No ad break right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. Appreciate you guys being here. Those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Catch you later on YouTubes.